please. Hello, Internet. So as you know, the past few weeks we've been nixing Throwback Thursday in favor of Q&A Thursday. Each week, one of us handmade gals takes all of your burning questions and answers them live on camera. So I'm going to start with what Meg asked me last week. What is my favorite thing that my daughter Lulu has ever made? And well, Lulu is a very creative child, and she is prolific in her creation. She makes a lot of stuff. But two of my favorite things that she's made me in the past few months has been this coaster. I think you could buy this at a store. I love the colors. I love the little heart. I keep it on my bedside table and put my water glass on it every night. And then she also made me this necklace. It's so pretty. I wear this, and she is so proud when I wear it. Okay, let's get to your questions. From Candace Gross, if you could have a full-time maid, chef, or chauffeur, which would you choose? Oh my God, I want all of those things. I really love to cook, so I think having a chef would kind of make me sad because I would miss cooking. If I had a really long commute or something, maybe a chauffeur would be nice, but a full-time maid would be my vote. AJ Boff, oh, have you started using your sewing machine more since making your caftan with Meg? I have not. In my defense, since Meg and I shot that video, it has been crazy much. I've had to travel a lot. I took a family vacation, but I have some projects coming up in August, and one of them is a sewing project. Cross your fingers. Harriet Knights, wild girl. I like it, Harriet. What was your biggest craft fail, and where did you go wrong? I love your videos. Thanks, girl. My biggest craft fail was actually very recently. For the dollar store challenge, I had this idea that I was going to buy cheap dollar store pillar candles and crayons, and I was going to melt the crayons and dip the candles to come up with some pretty ombre custom color candles. Doesn't that sound like a good idea? It was so bad. First of all, I had to buy 7 huge boxes of crayons, even to get enough wax to melt in a little mini slow cooker. And I thought reds and oranges and pinks would give me kind of a really pretty coral color. Wrong. Blood red, the actual color of blood, straight out of the Carrie prom scene. I persevered. I dipped the candle. They looked frankly disgusting. I ended up ruining the miniature slow cooker that I had, ruining the candles, wasting 7 huge boxes of crayons. It all got thrown away. It was complete and utter failure, unlike I have experienced in quite a while. Miss MX, do you ever struggle with getting inspiration? Oh, girl. You know, I generally am firing on all cylinders, always have ideas percolating, but you just hit those weeks where I'm staring at an empty calendar and all I see is Wednesdays with no videos. And that's where I'm really lucky to have all those great coworkers, because I can basically go and be tell me what to do. Literally tell me what to do. From Mike Steele, besides gifting, what else do you do with the tons of crafts you make after you've made them? Oh, that's a really good question. I am a hoarder. I do try to make things that I genuinely like. I try to hang on to things, especially decor items for future projects. Twice a year, I usually have kind of a fire sale, and I lay everything out on some big conference tables and invite my coworkers to come and rifle through and snag whatever they have their eye on. From Mischief Managed, how is Hugo doing? Oh, thank you for asking. For those of you that don't know, my son Hugo kind of battled cancer last year, and he is doing great. He is in remission. He got the all clear. His hair's growing back. He is full on 2-year-old boy into everything. He's a complete mess in the best possible way. From, and I'm so sorry, I'm going to butcher your name. From Jai Sudha Gatam, If you were to make over only one piece of furniture, what would that be? Well, I would really love to learn real upholstery, like how to upholster a couch. That is a skill that I do not have, and I think it would be incredibly handy to know how to upholster furniture. From Jamie Ansell, of the crafting that you do with your kids, what are some examples of crafts that they love to do over and over? My kids are really different ages. Lulu is 6 and Hugo is 2. So there are very few things that they really can do together. The simplest, biggest hit is rolling out a big piece of craft paper, taping it down in the kitchen, and dumping out a bunch of markers and crayons and letting them have at it. Both kids will do that for like an hour, which is a crazy amount of time to keep 2 children occupied. From Ryan on Instagram, who are your favorite YouTubers? I'm so glad you asked. I obviously love so many YouTubers, but I wanted to kind of call out 2 in particular that don't have like a ton of subscribers and that I think are so entertaining and funny. One of those is Kate's Craft Corner. The YouTube channel is actually called Veronica Osorio Spacetime TV. I can't explain to you how funny it is. I recommend starting with the beef o-lantern. If that doesn't make you want to go watch it, I don't know what will. It is kind of what I go to if I'm like having a bad day because it just makes me laugh so hard. The other one is called Just the Tips. It's 2 best friends, Katie and Katie, and they try tips like recommended on the internet, like how to marble your fingernails or how to turn a sweater into leggings. And they Skype each other while they try to make the project. And it's also great to see how some of these, Pinteresty projects work in real life. They don't sometimes. From 17 Days of Crafting, which was your first DIY? My very first DIY that I ever put on YouTube was were these little pumpkins that I made using push pins to kind of make a spider web look and then added some spiders. I still love this project. I think they just turned out so cute. And I mean, this is like 3 years old and still looks great. So total win. We'll put a link to that in the video. Okay, Jen Maurer on Facebook asked, I want to know more about Mylar tape and what awesome things I can do with it. I love Mylar tape. It's really, really shiny, like the material they make balloons out of. Most recently, I made this tray for the Tray Challenge on Design Happens. That is the HGTV.com design blog that I am a contributor for. I cut the tape out into triangles, painted the tray, and I think it turned out pretty cool. I also love this stuff for wrapping gifts. You can decorate a blank notebook. It's shiny tape. The possibilities are endless. Samantha Campen on Facebook. I'm afraid of DIY because I don't want it to look DIY meets preschool craft project. So how do you make your stuff look not DIY? I really recommend finding a very clear tutorial. Video tutorials are my personal favorite because I'm a visual person and it helps me to see the person's hands doing something. So watch a tutorial, watch it all the way through, watch it through again. Take your time, find the right supplies. Don't think, if they call for a specific kind of glue, oh, I can just use this because it's what I already have. Use the correct supplies. You should be in great shape. Oh my God, there were so many awesome questions. In fact, there were so many great ones that I answered some of them over on my personal channel because this video was going to be like 30 minutes long. So if you want to see all of the questions, be sure to head over there and see all of the awesome questions you guys sent me. But to wrap up my Q&A Thursday, I have a question for Julia, who will be on deck next week. Julia, if you weren't a YouTuber, what would you be? And in the meantime, if you have questions for Julia, like how does she look so flawless every day? That's another good question. Leave them in the comments below, and Julia will answer those next week. I hope you guys enjoyed this Q&A Thursday. I had a blast, and I think that we should do this again sometime. If you liked it, make sure to give it a like or thumbs up. Leave a comment below, we'll do this again sometime. I'll see you guys next week.